The old man just swallowed a little blue pill, wanting to see if he still had the vigor of his youth. But as soon as he approached the beautiful woman nearby, a high-caliber sniper rifle was already aimed straight at his heart. Without hesitation, the assassin pulled the trigger, and the bullet instantly pierced the old man's chest. Before he even realized what happened, several of his apprentices stormed into the estate, firing multiple additional shots into his body without saying a word. Just as the old man was about to ask why, his apprentices delivered the final fatal shot. The old man never expected that as a professional assassin on the verge of retirement, he would die at the hands of his own apprentices. The three assassins quickly finished the mission and returned to the company to get paid by their boss, Tom. But Tom looked worried because the company had an unwritten rule. Assassins had to retire when they reached 50, but the company didn't want to pay the expensive retirement benefits, so they used new recruits to assassinate older assassins close to retirement. This way, they saved retirement funds and could also generously reward the new assassins. But now, Tom had a big problem. The next target was not easy to handle. It was Mike, the company's top assassin who was due to retire in 2 weeks. Given his skills, his retirement package would amount to tens of millions of dollars. To save this money, Tom gathered all the assassins in the company, planning a trap to lure Mike in. The assistant immediately called Mike, offering a new assassination mission with a reward of $2 million. Mike didn't immediately accept, but instead asked the assistant to send the target's details first. Being a veteran top assassin, Mike became suspicious when another colleague nearing retirement was recently assassinated, so he deliberately told the assistant he'd think about it. After hanging up, Mike quickly reviewed the target's information and discovered the target was a 500-pound fat man. He immediately located the hotel where the fat man was staying, then disguised himself as a hotel repairman, intentionally making loud noises outside the room. As expected, the fat man was enraged and charged out, dragging his massive body, intending to teach Mike a lesson. But Mike swiftly nailed him to the wall with a nail gun. Mike then swiftly dealt with the fat man's henchman, and upon searching the room, shockingly discovered that the documents on the table showed he himself was the real target. The company actually intended to kill Mike. He quickly forced the fat man to confess everything using a power drill, and as soon as the fat man finished speaking, Mike coldly ended his life with a single shot. Having figured it all out, Mike called the assistant directly, saying he'd accept the mission, and asked for the customary half payment up front. Thinking Mike had fallen for the trap, the assistant immediately transferred $1 million. But right after the transfer, Mike instantly sent back a photo of the dead fat man. Mission accomplished. Send the rest of the money immediately. The assistant was stunned. This wasn't how things were supposed to go. The assassination failed, and the company ended up owing Mike an extra $1 million. Panicked, the assistant quickly discussed with the boss. Since they'd already openly confronted each other, it was time for a direct showdown. So Tom sent out the company's best assassins, but to everyone's surprise, Mike had suddenly disappeared.